All right, ladies and welcome back to another DC Worlds Collide video. This is Mr. Squirrel. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I wanted to do a quick update. I was perusing the Reddit. Before I say anything else, I want to give all credit to this to MaximusRenegade. And I think this is also Taco on the game. He's one of the furthest players in the game right now. And so all credit goes to him. I am just posting this for people's knowledge. But again, all credit goes to MaximusRenegade, otherwise known as Taco. Again, I think I'm getting that right. I've seen some of your other posts. If you by any chance watch this, this is I think I'm right. Like you're Taco in game, the player that is the furthest in the campaign. So huge shout out to you. This is there has been credits to DeBoy on the community Discord. Got a physical copy. So at San Diego Comic-Con, they gave out physical oh my god, why am I spacing? DC Worlds Collide at a booth. They're giving out physical cards of the characters in game, and one of the cards they were giving out was Mr. Terrific. And on this card right here, we can zoom in a little bit, and there are his abilities. MaximusRenegade was nice enough to transcribe these for us, so I'm going to go over these, and they give us some information on kind of what is Mr. Terrific going to do. I think he's going to do some pretty interesting things based on what's been posted here and thoughts. I'm going to kind of theory craft on this a little bit too with MaximusRenegade, so please feel free to add to this thoughts what we think he's going to do. I'm kind of curious when he's going to come out. I'm also a little curious when the new artifact's coming out. I'm wondering if they're tweaking it, because I will just be honest with you, in its original form when they posted it, it did seem just a little OP. I think it's a little odd that now it's been like almost 4 days since Guy has come out and we have yet to see his artifact. I'm a little like, where is this thing? But yeah, so let's talk about what is on this card. So there's 3 things on this card that they give information. They give an ultimate, a passive, and a basic, right? So we don't know what his advanced skill is, and these are just wording. So they didn't tell what it specifically does. They're just giving us kind of like generalities into its like what they do. So for instance, this is what it's posted. The first ultimate reverse engineers all debuffs currently afflicting his team. So I think as much like there are many ways to go about this. First, it could be a cleanse all. That's super OP in today's day and age. I think in PvP, this would completely, this would really hurt Sinestro decks. So if you're running Mr. Terrific, he is literally just going to counter Sinestro. So that's something to take note of. We don't know. It might only be like 1 debuff, 2 debuffs. It might convert those debuffs, what that would look like. So it could also send them back. Like it takes them and just gives them back, which means he actually works really well, Sinestro, because then he's just giving back debuffs, right? So then he's like super crazy OP with Sinestro, which is also cool. If you're playing against another debuff team. Turns them into this. So cleanse and heals, I think that seems, or cleanse and shields, who knows, or turns them into an opposite buff. I don't know how that would work. Like what would poison, or how would that, like weaken, I could see turns into like an attack buff. Speed down turns to speed up. I don't know. It could work something like that. The one I wanted to think about is optimizes his tech for maximum efficiency. So this is what was written there. I have optimizes his tech for maximum efficiency. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think somewhere in his kit, he's going to have some shield. He has to. I'm wondering if his passive is going to do something for shield, like at the start of his turn or at the end of his turn, whenever like the lowest health ally gets a shield. That makes a lot of sense. Based on his HP, I don't know. So there are many ways that this can kind of get rolled about. We don't know. We also don't know his advanced skill or his advanced attack, which in many characters is very, very OP. It makes him, it is game breaking, it is game changing. So we don't really know what this means. And again, people are going to be like, why'd you even post this video? I'm going to have more than just this in the video. So don't worry. But I think this is really interesting when we think about this, is that like optimize his tech for maximum efficiency. I have a feeling this is going to relate to something with shields in his kit. I'm having a feeling his kit his advanced tech will have something to do with a shield, and this will probably work with that in some way, shape, or form. I could be completely wrong. Now, his basic, this is where I'm really interested in his basic, because his basic is doing something that when you factor in a specific artifact makes him incredibly strong. And so calculates which enemy has the highest percentage of HP remaining, and then that's who's probably going to be basic attacking. Now, why is this so interesting? Because remember that artifact that I went over it, well, I haven't gone over it yet, but in a future video when I'm going over some artifacts, I go over, there is a current artifact right now in the game that it increases its effect is that it increases your shield, your ultimate shield heals or damage by 25%. When you rank it up to skill 1, then what it does is the next attack. So after that triggers off the first ult that you do, the next attack that you do, or the support character does, has a 100% chance to stun. If you throw that on Mr. Terrific, he is going to have a 100% chance of stunning the character that has the most HP on the team. Normally, that will probably be one of the backline attackers. That is super crazy OP. That means that you can like auto stun someone in the back row after you ult, and the next time you basic. That's so good. That will help survivability so much. And so he's looking like a really amazing support. Now, this is really good because we don't have a lot of supports in the game. Right now, we have 2 legendary supports. That's Cyborg, who works well with debuffs, and then we have Supergirl, who does not have any other. There's not a lot of frostbite in the team right now, so she's not doing that hot. I kind of wish Dr. Fate was a support. That would be amazing if he was a support. I'm really sad he's not a support. His kit plays kind of like a support a little bit, but alas, he does a lot of damage though. So I don't know. Wish he was. It has nothing to do with the fact that I just pulled him too, and he would be great in my Lex Luthor team. Not getting into it. Okay, so all of this is to say, the thing that stands out the most to me is that, and I've been claiming that we really need characters in the game that do this, is we need cleansers. We have been there's very little cleansing in this game, and I think it is what's allowing debuff to run amok. And debuff is doing a lot right now, and the fact that we don't have any cleansers is really hurting teams, in the sense that I really think right now Sinestro is so OP broken because of this. And so if this holds true, and I don't know if I would say it should be a full cleanse, because that might just like straight up really, in PvP, that would damage the bleep out of Sinestro's teams. Like, you have just Mr. Terrific go third, and then it's just like, well, buy all your debuffs, and then, you know, Sinestro's like, great. That could really hurt. But then again, it also depends when they ult. It depends on a lot of different factors. I mean, you could also just CC Mr. Terrific, but that's also like targeting CC is very hard in this game. Yeah, so there's a lot of factors at play here, but I am like, this makes me so excited. Even if he doesn't like do a ton of shield, if he does like 1 or 2, I'm happy. Just somewhere in his kit, give a couple shields, right? I honestly think, if you ask me what do I think his ult's going to do, I actually think it's going to, this is my prediction. I'm going to give you my full prediction. And again, I don't know. This is me straight up, like, just guesstimating right now. I think his ult is going to remove, it's going to remove like up to like 3 or 4, like 2 to 3, and then at max rank maybe like 4 debuffs, and then convert those debuffs into a shield. And then his passive will then find who has like the lowest health and then throws a shield at them. And then basic is just going to target someone with the highest HP. And his passive may boost his advanced attack in some way, shape, or form, which is like giving someone on your team a shield. I think that could potentially be the way his kit might operate. That way, you know, the advanced attack maybe like a 1 to 2 turn cooldown. That way, it's like he's giving some levels of shield. Like maybe it's like 2 to 3 characters on your team that have the lowest amount of HP. He's giving them shield. I don't know. I'm thinking kind of like he operates like this. He is operating like Blockmaster, Ocean Master, I was going to say Blockmaster, Ocean Master, but for shield teams, right? Except he's kind of doing the opposite of what Ocean Master is doing, where he's adding more debuffs to the enemy team. He's kind of the flipped version of Ocean Master, where instead of giving like more debuffs to the enemy team, he's removing debuffs, but at the same time he's, you know, like giving out shields and helping the team as much as possible. I think that would be really interesting if he's just the inverse of Ocean Master. And I mean, for shield teams that would make them completely and utterly broken, but I mean, I'm running shield teams, but that's more of like a personal thing. The other thing I'm going to do in this video, so I'm going to say, and again, I'm giving all credit to MaximusRenegade. I am not taking any credit for this whatsoever. So MaximusRenegade, if you by any chance watch me as a small YouTuber and and Taco in-game, massive props to you. If you're at 6530, hot dang, well done. Super cool. The thing I wanted to also go over is that I wanted to just highlight this post because there was 2 codes in here that I did not have, and I want to just make sure people know these codes. Where is it? It's up here. I'll just go up here. They pinned it. Codes. Right here, if you didn't have any, these 2 I did not have, and I know people have been asking for, this one's new as of the 23rd, so 3 days ago, so these 3, I did not have these 3, so again, they're here, the working codes list, so again, massive props, MaximusRenegade, again, thank you for posting these, I didn't have these, so again, here you go. DC WC Epic RPG. These 2 will give you 200k in gold, and then this one gives you 500 and a new border for your character. So there is the other codes. I hope this helps, and again, I look forward to seeing. I'm really excited about what's his name? My God, sorry, my brain is a little off right now. Mr. Terrific. I'm super curious to see kind of what he's going to do in game. I think I'm really excited. Also, update, I finally think I figured out my streaming issue. And so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm not saying anything because I don't want to jinx it, but I think I finally figured it out today. And so I'm going to hopefully stream when Mr. Terrific comes out. I'm praying this week, and I will stream his release. I'm praying that the solution I figured out it worked twice when I did some offline. I did some unlisted streams to just test it out. Did it for like 10 minutes each time. Both times it worked out perfectly, and I was in the green as opposed to the one time. So I've been working on this for like a week. Like I've called my internet providers and everything. So I'm praying it works, and that I can just stream when he comes out, because I'm going to go for 2 copies when he comes out. I'm just being real with everybody. I'm straight up going for 2 copies, and I'm going to go for, I want to get enough so I can get him like straight out 8 stars, throw him on the team, because he's going to take the place of Zatanna. And so he is going to be like immediately, just the fact that he cleanses already puts him on the team for me, because I have a lot, because what is the issue with shields? Bleed will F you over on a shield team. If you're running a bleed, if you want to know how you counter shields, you do bleed, because bleed will go straight through the shield to the HP, and so you can literally just whittle down the other team via bleed. Like a block team can actually do very, very well against a bleed team, against a shield team, because if the block team is utilizing a lot of bleed, you can actually just whittle down that team. You just have to be careful of the shield team and the fact that they might be doing more damage than you can compensate for, which is something else that you have to kind of factor in, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this helps. I look forward to chatting with everyone in the future, and other than that, remember, failing is just your first attempt at learning.